Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com coming at you again. And this time around, I'm bringing you a little bit something different. This is NYC 57 by Louis Ferre or Louis Ferre, however you like to pronounce that. The color on this is really beautiful. It's called Caramel Cream. And the color code on that is 41424B. So just to kind of help you break that down a little bit, it means that it has a very lovely number 4 dark brown base with dark blonde and 24 medium golden blonde throughout. So it's a very beautiful mixed color, very pretty. So I'm going to review quite a few of these Louis Ferre wigs as we move on. And I think that that's because something that I've needed to do for a while, because these are really nice, high quality wigs, and they don't really get a whole lot of play here on YouTube review land. So I'm going to go ahead and help you out with that, because I think that you might be pleasantly surprised by the quality of some of these styles. For one thing, as soon as I put NYC 57 on, I realized, well, yes, it fits a little snug, but that's because it's a mono system wig, which means that it has a monofilament top and a lace front. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, I have a really large head, and if you have a large head, you're going to find that mono top wigs in general are going to fit a little snug. Now that being said, I don't find it to be uncomfortable. I just find it to be a little tight. But if you have a true average or even a little bit smaller, this is going to fit very well, and it's going to be very, very comfortable on. The wig is super secure. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but it does have some really beautiful features in the cap that I'll explain when I take it off that help if you want to add some adhesive or something like that to it to help keep the wig in place. So I'll review that in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, I also want to address the fact that it says right on the tag that it's designed in the United States and that it is made in China. That is not to say that these are low quality wigs, because as the vast majority of you probably have realized by now, if you are a veteran wig buyer, all wigs that you buy on the name brand wig market are made in Asia. So it shouldn't be off-putting to you that these are made in Asia, at least compared to other brands. That's pretty much the norm. So these are actually designed in New York City, and they're made in China and then shipped back here. But they're very nice wigs for the most part. They have some very advanced cap features, and I'll get into one of those right now. The lace front on here is actually really neat. Let me pull that back and zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so there you can see where the lace is. If I press that down, it kind of sinks in a little bit better. But it's nice because it's not even all the way across. It's got a little bit of variation here and there to make it look like a slightly more natural hairline, which is nice. And as you could tell, even though the color on the knots here is a number 4 dark brown, the knots are not particularly big. It'd be easy to tell with the dark color if the knots are too large, as you've seen on the reviews of some of my Envy wigs. The knots here are actually very well done, and I love that unevenness because it aids with the wig looking more natural. I know some people will disagree, some people like it when it goes smoothly all the way across, but most people don't have hairlines that actually do that. So this is actually what this brand is trying to accomplish. This particular style, NYC 57, is very cute. It is a short little shag. It's very pretty. It's kind of like Sky by Noriko, the only difference being that this is a monofilament wig. So as such, it's going to lay closer to the scalp. As you can see, if you compare this to the Sky directly, Sky has a lot of permatease in it, so it's going to sit right around here. It's got a lot more volume. Now that isn't to say that you can't fluff this wig up a little bit to get a little bit more volume. And so I'm just going to fluff it a little bit. This is a customer wig, so I'm not going to do much to style it. And when I show you the other side, I'll slick it back down so you can see what it looks like when it's not all fluffed up. And then here is the back. It's short, so it doesn't really move a whole lot. Great little summer style. Sorry about that. And then here, let me slick this down again so you can see what it looks like right out of the box. This is a really cute little wig. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off so I can show you what the cap looks like. I'm really impressed by the cap construction on this wig. It has, as I mentioned before, temple to temple lace. There is a little bit of room here for you to trim the lace back if you want. There's about a 1/4 of an inch there for you to trim back if you like. And there's also this really lovely hand-tied monofilament top. Yes, there's a hint, the barest hint of permatease right in the back, but it's very, very minimal. As you saw right then and there, it took me a couple seconds to actually find it. So it definitely should not be a bother to you. As you can see, I'll get out of the way so you can see it up against the white backdrop. Not much in the way of flyaways going on. So that little hint of permatease is actually located right here in the cap. That's usually the telltale sign. And it's actually not that abnormal in a monofilament wig to get just a little pop right behind the monofilament top where the crown is. That helps give the wig a little bit of body, so that way it doesn't lie completely flat, because as I mentioned earlier, monofilament sits very close to the scalp, and therefore monofilament wigs tend to be a little bit flatter than wigs that have permatease in them. So if you add a little tiny little crescent punch of permatease to the crown part of the wig, it helps keep it from going like a helmet. So I actually think that's a nice addition. Very stretchy in the back, and that's what the nape looks like. It is adjustable with these tabs. They're not Velcro, they're more like a bra strap. You can use that little claw hook to move it in. It is let all the way out currently. The nicest feature, in my opinion, though, is, let me get in here and show you. Not only is there polyurethane on the ear tabs, but there's also a little bit of lace around those ear tabs, and there is hair threaded around the lace around the ear tab, which is super nice because it almost looks as though it's a continuation of the lace front, which is very, very cool. I like that. Another thing I like is, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's this stiff little band underneath the polyurethane, and that makes these ear tabs a little bit stiffer than what you would find in like a felt ear tab. I actually like that, because not only does that make the wig more secure, even if you don't choose to put tape here on these tabs, even though they're polyurethane, so you can put some adhesive tape there. It's stiff, so it's gonna lay like that all day long once you position it. You don't have to keep fighting and fussing with your ear tabs all day, because they're not going to kind of like spontaneously go up like some wigs might. So let me get real close in on this color so you can see how pretty that is. This is a very highlighted color. Again, this is called Caramel Cream, and it has 3 different colors that you can see pretty distinctly now that I'm showing it to you up close and personal. And there is a little bit of natural light coming in to help with this a little bit. So as you can see, there's definitely a dark brown base. There's also, in some brands, it's a dark blonde. I actually think in this application it's a light brown, the number 14, upon further inspection. So that's what this would be here, is the light brown. And then this is definitely a 24 medium golden blonde. So it's got a lot of really beautiful tones and highlights. And even though most of the highlights are concentrated up near the top, you do have some of it down here too. I actually think that's kind of cool too. Very similar to what Raquel Welch does with her S Plus shades. Very, very cool. So give it a little shake, and I'm gonna put this right back on so you can see how easy it is. Now, as I said, if you've got a large head, I would not necessarily recommend this wig because it is going to be tight on you. But if you have an average head, or even you know, just a hair smaller than mine. So let's say you've got 23 inches or less to your circumference. This wig will fit very, very well. It has a very nice monotop and lace front. It does kind of want to part down the middle when you first get it. So you might want to train it with a little bit of water, or you can dunk it in water overnight, part it where you want it, stick it on a head form, boom, training is over. And then as you can see, if I lay that ear tab flat, that's so cool. That's a nice ear tab. And the coverage is actually very nice once you get it flat on the side here, underneath the glasses. Very, very nice. So this is a cute wig. I dig it. Especially if you are looking for a monofilament alternative to a lot of the other short shag wigs that are out on the market today. So this has been NYC 57 by Louis Ferre in the color 41424B, also known as caramel cream. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.